Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Come to you live from our comfy couch here in the outskirts of the internet. It's the Gaming Saloon Reviews for July 6, 2026. Be sure to Peaceburger 2448 and ramp it up, Salon.
Hi.
We're almost done with Kyoryuger, folks. Yay.
Yay.
That's like the good news. Like the half news is I look at the list of what's left on the wheel for next time. Half of it worries me, half of it doesn't.
Yeah.
Like the two things that don't worry me are, I'm pretty sure this is a show we're going to like, and it's a thing that's short. And the other two are, it's of an era we haven't really cared for it in. It's the explicit whammy pick.
Yeah.
So I'm like, So y'all get to find out what I'm actually talking about in 2 weeks. But
do the final spin.
Yeah. I would say, do you want to talk about sets? But I'm like, I know I watched it last night, but I also don't remember the episode.
About the only thing of note is Catastrum's gone.
I was like, wasn't the entire episode just Baku fighting Catastrum? I'm like,
pretty much, yes.
Okay. I felt like I was forgetting something, and it's like, wait, no, it was just him fighting Catastrum. Oh, wait, the other thing, Nox quitting because he's like, well, I did what I wanted to do. Fuck y'all, bye. I'm like, Nox, why do you suck?
Because they wrote him as a tertiary secondary.
I get okay. So I put it in this
because I figured out something based off the preview for next week, and I'm really aggravated.
Oh, that Dawn gets extreme capsium thing or something else.
That Dawn essentially is fixing to be turned into a tertiary, and it's like, why? He is far better being anti-hero pick on everyone.
Because he's in the Dan slot. He's Dan.
Yeah, but
that's
Dan
what it
isn't.
Is. I know. But we're out of writers. Everyone else is dead.
And whose fault's that?
Exactly. I reminded myself. So I put in a Discord that Nox was probably the worst secondary we ever had since you said that, and I'm inclined to agree.
Yeah.
But then someone asked me who had the title previously. And I'm curious who you think.
Ooh.
Because I had a gut reaction. Because I honestly did not know.
Huh.
And I see you're struggling with this as much as I was, because I'm like, I don't know, because I don't think we've had a bad secondary until now.
I mean, I guess one could probably argue Blades, but at the same time, Saber wasn't that good of a show to begin with, so can you really say that?
So I had a tie. Blades was one of them. The other one was Live.
Yeah.
But I'm like, they're not, like, I explicitly said this, like, they're not bad. they're like okay. They're like fine. We're talking leagues down is where Nox is. And like most of the Blades in Life's problem is they kind of get to be buddy for a bit, be an antagonist, and then basically not do a whole lot outside that.
Yeah.
It's less a lack of material, it's that they're misused. Nox has nothing. He's a void in this show, basically. Which, honestly, most of the cast is a void in this show, which is probably why people have not really talked about sets. I know people talk it up and it's like, eh. Like it's probably ending up in my more bad than good category, and some people are not going to be happy about that, because another question was, how do you rate your Yu Takahashi shows? And Zetsu was not at the bottom for folks. Except me. Guess what show was at the bottom for folks?
Which?
01.
Really?
Yes. A lot of it came from, hey, you know how AI is being like the worst thing in existence for us right now? Guess what came out before all that shit?
True.
It's, and also the thing of Aruto selling not people as things, basically, that's not great. Granted, with that, I just kind of like look at any other piece of media that has basically the same thing, and I go, I'm afraid that's kind of a standardized trope at this point. Like, it sucks, but I'm afraid that's just the trope. Yeah, there's your Zets check-in for the week. Hopefully mice, which is spelled myth, because I have no idea, because apparently that's how the show was actually pronounced.
Huh.
I don't know how they got to mice as what it's called when the show was spelled MY-TH.
Yeah.
The show's called Myth. What do you mean it's mice? I understand it's mice because the main character is a mouse. But you spelled it wrong. You should have spelled the show mice or just had the show be called Myth. Do one or the other. Anywho, Kyoryuger?
I guess so.
41 through 44. I'll just run through them. 41, Jebos World War. It's Christmas Eve. The team's excited for Christmas, but oh no, clones of Debos are showing up based off other plants and animals and stuff that are recently extinct. They are fueled by the unhappiness of children for getting bootlegs of the things they wanted for Christmas, delivered by Christmas Monster and his brothers that are all numbered.
And can multiply.
Yes.
Because combine 1 and 2 and you get 12.
Yep. So, like, what, 5 of them show up across the world, so the team has to basically take all their individual mechas and go beat them up, and basically that's like half the episode. Is various mecha fights of the individual mechs we have fighting the same monster, sometimes on a CG background. since we don't have a Hawaii set. We can pretend we have a Hawaii set, but so eventually Daigo spots the Santa Claus monster, goes off to fight it. That's where we get introduced to them properly, and two of them, 1 and 2, fuse together, and now they are 12 times as strong because that is math.
Mm-hmm.
I do appreciate it's me just in the next episode going, I'm done with this math bullshit. Agreed. Especially when it means nothing. So yeah, Uchi joins for a bit. They fight for the monster. Daigo's dad shows up, and Dogo tries to take him over because he's like, oh hey, he's strong. He could make me last forever. Which takes us to episode 42, Christmas of Justice. I think the first half of this episode is basically all the mech fights getting solved.
I think so, yeah.
And then the back end is Dogold and the other 4 Christmas brothers? Yeah, four other Christmas. Okay, it is 3. I thought it was 4 for a second.
No, it's 3, 4, and 5. Because they become 345 times more powerful.
Yep.
Yeah, because that's how math works.
Yeah, I thought there was a 4th one, but I must have been imagining it. Anyway, they're fighting with Daigo's dad. They eventually blow up the Christmas monsters. And then we find out that Endolf has been here the whole time, whispering in Dogold's ear all these plans and stuff that he's been doing. And he almost kills Dogold before the others show up and be like, hey, no team killing. It's not allowed. So Endolf's back, and he's basically in charge. They
and
do
he's
fight
still
off
the one-dimensional villain that we've known.
Yep, he's still basically half of his dialogue is his catchphrases.
His head hurts.
Yep.
Yep.
But yeah, they blow up the monsters, run everybody off, and then the Kyoryugers go and deliver presents since the kids should not get bootleg nonsense for Christmas. Here's your real toys. And that's the episode. How'd you feel about our Christmas episodes?
They definitely were something.
It was novel to have all the mechs out and about, especially Spinodios, and it's like, hey, this gets to show up again, and we even get a unique combination that doesn't get named because we didn't program that sound into the toy. Oops.
Well,
otherwise it's just like, yep, Endolf's back. Cool. I certainly missed him.
yeah.
Not really.
Yeah.
I was about to say ready for the second half, but then I remembered what 43 was, and I'm like, oh my god. Why? The most filler episode we could have in our final 8. I guess shall we talk about him?
I guess so.
All right, so episode 43, Roar Strizer. Soji's mom's back in town and is a big fashion person and has basically kidnapped Soji so he can be a model because she doesn't want him to be a swordsman because her
She
and
apparently
his
wants the
dad.
world to explode.
Yep. She's like, I don't care if you're needed to save the world. You gotta run, you walk down the aisle and whatever the fuck they had him in this week. I assume it's...
They had him in fashion.
I guess I don't. Look. I am the last person to be commenting on fashion, but what the fuck was he wearing? Did they let somebody walk into like their clothing department and just pick shit at random and be like, here's your costume for the week? But yeah, she wants to talk to the person in charge, which he's like, you're not in charge, Daigo. I want to talk to your boss. And Torin's like, well, I can't show up to this conversation as a bird because that would be awkward. So I'm gonna borrow one of the cannon batteries and use that to show up as my voice actor. Which he looks way better than Sochi. I'm sorry. So, Torin at least knew how to dress for the occasion. And I believe that is his actual voice actor, because Canderilla has been her voice actor has been showing up when she's human.
I would venture to say, because I know I've heard about how hard it is to try to dub over actual people kind of deal.
Mm-hmm.
So I would have to think that probably is.
And I feel like it's pretty common that for the voice actor to show up themselves in random episodes and stuff, just because they're there. Half the time they're like been doing this for an eternity, so they're used to it. Like technically Vice's voice actor shows up for like an episode of Revice that I skipped purposely because Vice's voice actor is a piece of shit. So I purposely skipped it. Nothing happened.
Yeah, nothing really happened, so yeah.
Anyway, also I forgot that he calls himself Tori instead of Torin. Like, I don't think that part would have mattered.
I don't think it would have either.
But yeah, he basically solves the issue real quick so Soji can go fight, except his parents get kidnapped by one of our two new generals who are just guys in cloaks with masks on, because we ain't got the budget to introduce 2 new monsters in the final 5 episodes. Sorry. We have budget for 1, and neither of you are it. So Soji has to beat that monster up with the Strizer, which he gets to show off twice, because at the start of the episode he was training with Torin. So he's learned Torin's sword technique. Good timing considering what's in the next episode preview after this. Or what's in the episode preview 2 episodes from now. But yeah, they beat up the requisite monsters, send them packing, save the day. His mom just leaves because she's like, all right, fine, go save the world. I guess that's important. 44, the countdown of destruction. We basically deal with our 2 cloaked monsters the entire episode. It is chasing them around as they make a music disc that lets them play Canderilla's song as an instrumental to depower the team. That's the whole episode.
Well, no, you missed Chaos eating the record and turning into their boss.
Yes.
But
yeah, that's a thing.
That's pretty much the episode.
Oh, except Lucky Roo gets fired at the end of the episode because all the important monsters can grow big now, so they don't need her water anymore, so she's fired.
Yeah.
Why is she fired?
Yes.
Like, you could have just said, you're not needed anymore. Go sit in the corner until we're done. Like, you don't...
Or
like,
you know, could have been the thing that I was actually expecting to happen with that scene. Us, you know, solidify how bad our villains actually are, and Chaos just kill Lucky Roo.
I'm afraid we can't do that because of where we're going.
I mean, I'm sure, but that would have, solidified bad guy be bad guy. And
Yeah.
would have gave a twist that no one would have saw coming, but sure, no, we won't do that.
But yeah, that's basically the entire episode. This is all just a setup for the final 4 episodes of just, look, we are on a 50-hour countdown until Deadmoth goes Super Saiyan and blows up the planet. We got to kill Deadmoth before our 50 hours is up, basically. That's your setup for the final 4 episodes.
Yep.
And this sets it up.
Arbitrarily 2 days and 2 hours.
Yeah. Also, Daigo's dad is with the bad guys for reasons, even though we're trying to show you it's not him, because surprise, even though who the fuck else dresses like him in the show?
Uh-huh.
Like, I'm sorry, you have shown him dressed a very specific way the entire show. You cannot hide him. Literally.
Yeah, not
it would have been better
point.
it would have been better if we literally didn't see who it was until like next week. Then it'd be a surprise. Unless you watched a preview and put together what happens in the episode preview.
Yeah, but then they would have had to have took out the meaningless cutscene with Endorf. And I say it that way because that is the first hint of what's going on there, and it's like, really?
Yeah, him on this green screen of like, I've made it to wherever the fuck on the world I am.
God, that green screen's bad.
Oh, yeah.
I saw that and I'm like, how did this get out the door?
Look, this shit's got quick turnaround. We got only so long to like slam something in there.
Yeah, but this is blatant. Like, the mech fights, are on some kind of mini set and more than likely has a green screen behind it.
Mm-hmm.
This took that to a new level. And I'm like, how did that get out the door?
Look, just be glad it was the correct resolution.
It could have
been lower.
I mean, was it?
It could have been.
It was blurry as crap on the background.
It could have been an N64 cutscene.
I mean, yeah.
It could have been
one of those. Apparently, someone decided to say, "We're gonna shoot this in 1080p." Oh wait, we only made the image in like 440. Blow it up; it'll be fine.
Look, it's on screen for 5 seconds. No one's gonna look that hard.
Yeah, you totally can't see everything.
Would it have helped if they added in the N64 fog? Try to obscure things?
Probably. Because I legitimately, that was the only thought in my head on that, even though they were trying to convey other stuff. I was like, that's on a very crappily done green screen.
Mm-hmm.
That is like hard on a very crappily done green screen. Granted, this entire episode had, I'm wanting to say like 4 or 5 different instances of that too.
Yeah, because we have to show that the world is in danger and like.
I don't even think it was that. I think there was some of the. I'm wanting to say it was one of the fight scenes. There was a section in it where it was easily spotted that, and I'm like, really? They're usually more clean on that.
Yeah.
It's almost like this episode got reshot in certain parts. And it was just to hurry up and get it out the door.
Some part of me would not be surprised by that. With how, like, fast a turnaround they do for Tokyo episodes, like, a last-minute rewrites, and then just pick up whatever we need to get the rewrite done. Just go.
Because that was almost what it seemed like. And I'm like, that's almost like rewrite levels there.
But yeah, that's 44. We have our final 4 episodes. Are you excited?
Meh.
Is there any predictions, anything for the final 4?
Nah.
We're just ready to be done.
Yeah. Because they've done hard-handed that we've got 2 of them that's probably going to defect.
And everybody else is on the chopping block.
Pretty much.
It's like, look, what you killed one of them's best friend. One of you has an eternal rivalry with one of them. One of you is like just here to fill in. 2 of you are literally guys in cloaks.
And the other one is literally final villain.
Yep. We got enough here to fill out everybody getting a fight for the final 4. We're done.
Yeah.
So yeah, in 2 weeks, we'll finish our run through of Kyoryuger. And this is all we're doing of Kyoryuger. I know there's a Kyoryuger special, like a 100 years after special. We're not doing that. We're also not doing Kyoryuger Brave, which is the Korean only sequel series to this, because South Korea really loved Kyoryuger and wanted more, so they basically made their own sequel to Kyoryuger. Officially, mind you, because they liked Kyoryuger.
Huh.
They basically repainted all the mechs like to white, basically, and it was like a new team of 5 plus Uchi. I don't know why Uchi was. I think it was new 5, the team of 5 plus Uchi, because Uchi was still gold in that show. I think. I could be wrong. I don't remember.
We should add it to the wheel to see.
Maybe when we knock a few down, I will, because I like to keep I want to keep the wheel at a certain like level of material.
Well, I mean,
So
we're
if we
fixing
knock
to pull one from the wheel, so we could add one to it.
Right, but there is one thing I would like to add on there, especially if we don't get the whammy. So I think it is a good thing. And it also would be really easy for us to watch, because somebody thankfully made a nice little website that just automatically subs the YouTube videos they have for the show. And I'm like, this is amazing for accessibility.
You know we're getting the whammy, though.
Probably.
It's us. We're getting the whammy. There's no exception to that one.
You know what? I'll do a dummy spin, and we'll see what it decides this week.
Oh, if you're doing a dummy spin, it's not going to hit the whammy.
It, in fact, did not hit the whammy.
Yeah, I told you. But when it comes down to it, it's going to hit the whammy.
Yeah. So yeah, in 2 weeks, we will finish up Kyoryuger, and you get to see what we have, because we have 4 options, and the wheel shall decide it. I'll have to do some work before then to make sure we have
everything we need for the whammy.
Not for the whammy, because that's easy enough to grab, thankfully. It's
I know what's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. I'm just embracing that one now before it actually does happen.
It's the short pick that I'm like, I have to recheck run times to make sure I have this plotted out correctly. But yeah, of our 4 choices, I'll spin the wheel and you'll see what we're doing next for TGSR.
I will give a hint on the short one, though. It is something we've mentioned about doing before that actually got forgot about for a little bit.
Yeah, it has been on the docket for an eternity. I'm like, well, I guess it goes on the wheel, and then the wheel will tell us when we can finally do this thing that we were supposed to do to start with.
So fun fact, if someone goes back through the archives, they'll figure out one of them.
Yeah. I mean, outside of one thing, the other 3 picks are actually all connected to something we've done on TGSR before.
Yeah, but I don't think we've ever mentioned about doing them.
True. So yeah, that'll be in 2 weeks. But between now and then, Thursday I'm doing some more CAD. Friday will be Need for Speed Underground for the Cubage. Saturday will be the Splatfest of Speed, Power, and Technique or Tactics. Let's say Technique, but no, it's Tactics, isn't it?
Yeah, same thing.
Yeah. And then this Sunday will be a TGS where I really try to find some good news because we will need it. Because it will be depressing to talk about everything otherwise. And as a special note, since I basically said it in the stream I was in, August 1st, the pre-show will be a reaction stream to the Discotech Otakon panel. Because if they're gonna end up at 8 o'clock on a Saturday, I might as well, since I talk about their stuff all the time. It's gonna feel weird because I'm like, well, 90% of what they announce, I will be like, oh, that looks neat or cool, and I have no real connection to. But as soon as they start talking about Toko, I'll be like, ooh, thing. I know that thing.
Ooh, that's a thing I know about.
Yeah, because I don't know anime that well. Like a little bit, but like not that much. But yeah, that is the week ahead, folks. So if you like what you're seeing, drop a follow. Really appreciate it. Chipping away. Or yeah. Exclamation point YouTube and chat. It's the YouTube archive for this and all our other streams. I about did the other one.
Yep, you did.
Mm-hmm. We are within 2 months of everything being posted.
Yay.
I am very excited about that. It is basically a lot of I think it's a lot of miscellaneous 2018 stuff right now. So like your speedrun stuff from 2018, the game completion stuff I did in 2018, and whatever other streams were there for 2018. Basically, it's all that stuff right now. I think once that's done, I'm into the grab bag of 2017 back, and some of that stuff's already on the YouTube, so I just have to double check that, which means it could be less. But I won't know until I go to post it, basically. Yeah, that's YouTube. Exclamation point social and chat gives you handles for our social medias. Exclamation point Discord chat. This is drop by, say hi. See you Thursday, folks.